Hello everyone, thanks for joining our webinar today and on the topic of to obtain the UK permanent residency via investment or citizenship via investment program. Today we're going to talk about the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa and Tier 1 investor visa, how we can help in obtaining these visas via our program called Kingdom Plan, and hopefully you will receive quite valuable information during today's webinar. Let me just brief about the topics that we are going to cover. So first of all is investing in UK enterprise economy, why UK attracts more FDI than any other European country. Significant changes in the past year to the UK immigration rules and opportunities to the Tier 1 entrepreneur, Tier 1 investor visas. We'll tell about the Kingdom Economy Plan, which is our plan where the investors would like to set up their own business. I'll then move to the Kingdom Elite Plan, and I'll mention also brief about the Kingdom Venture Plan, which allows our clients to obtain the visa via investing not £200,000 but through the venture firm support via investing £50,000. And myself, I'm a senior business executive at Canfield's Law, our law firm, and I also consultant at Seed Mentors. I have a solid banking and project financing experience, and worked in the National Bank in the investment banking in Central Asia, where I managed a portfolio of investment projects, and also I initiated, working for Seed Mentors, I initiated and launched an award winning the first Sharia compliant seed advantage SEIS fund in the UK. I also have wide expertise in startup business projects and the funding and fundraising and foreign direct investments. So because I've been involved in assessing feasibility analysis of startup companies and raising funds for the startup companies in the UK. Let me actually move to the topic why you investing in the UK, why UK attracts more foreign direct investments than any other European country. First of all, I mean, there are many reasons why UK attracts more for FDI, we call it FDI, foreign direct investment, than any other European country. Then number one is the home to world's #1 city for business. If you're willing to do the business, UK provides so many benefits to do business in the UK. It has a free market economy. It has actually located in a very good time zone. Its zone or timing starts from the Greenwich Mean Time. And UK has held on its top ranked position as an investment destination in Europe with 22% market share worth 38 billion, showing that its foreign direct investment appeal retains its dominance despite Brexit. And this information is taken from the FDI report in 2018. With an outstanding reputation as a place to live and work, the UK is a natural home for ambitious foreign investors and their families. In addition to what I've said, to a choice, provides a choice of flexibility, roadways or pathways to residency and citizenship. The UK has a strong appeal across the three key issues that often are concern to investors. And number one is it provides a security. It's a very stable and it has a stable and democratic political system, a government committed to supporting businesses of all types and sizes, and a free market economy, which is the 6th biggest in the world and 3rd largest in Europe. British pound, of course, we can't skip the currency. British pound considering to be a safe haven currency. And the UK has a very skilled and diverse labor market. Education. I mean, when we also ask people why you would like to invest in the UK, why you would like to actually relocate to UK, people say education also is a reason, good reason, because they want to their kids study in one of the best universities. We know the internationally renowned schools and universities are one of the best in the world. Thriving independent sector, an extensive and well-funded state sector, quality of life, you name it. Quality of life, of course, it provides all the requirements for the whichever the lifestyle you're looking for. I'm sure you will find these in the UK, in London or outside London, and it has a cosmopolitan society. It very diverse nationalities, and you will feel at home living in London, for example, or any other parts of outside London. And then, how, of course, we can't leave or skip the fact that it has a rich heritage and dramatic landscapes. Also attracts. I mean, countryside has a beautiful countryside, beautiful landscapes, and rich history and heritages, protected kind of national parks, and you will enjoy. It has 5 international airports in London and high-speed connections to mainland Europe. You have whichever the country you are coming from, it gives that access. And it's also time zone. As I mentioned, the time zone is good for doing business across the world. For example, if you invest in USA, the time difference between where you live could be a big disadvantage, whereas UK has 0 GMT, like the time starts from Greenwich, which is basically from where is the London based, and has a strong and respected system of law. Our aim is to help you make a profitable investment in UK business. And the Kingdom Plan is developed the way that it helps you to make a profitable investment in UK business, and we lead in focusing on foreign direct investment in the startup companies, in unlisted UK companies, and we will also provide you with the advice and support you need to obtain the right visas for you and your family. And we have recently worked with clients from over 20 countries, including the Americas, Asia, Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Sub-Saharan African. So as I mentioned, there are so many reasons that UK attracts that I would like to also mention. It also it actually serves as more than anything as a safe haven in a troubled world. We see that there are lots of political instabilities in other countries, some Middle Eastern countries and so on. So but this is actually the UK is a safe haven in the troubled world. And Canfield's Law, about our law firm, we based in London and Swiss Cottage, and we specialize in wide range of issues, and immigration is one of part. And we also we specialize. We are corporate lawyers, and we understand the corporate law. And specialize in it. So because most of our clients invest in existing companies, the corporate aspect is very important. And Canfield's Law was granted Lexcel Excellency Certificate and is a member of the Law Society. So Lexcel Excellency Certificate is given to the top managed law firms in the UK. The Kingdom Plan, the plan that we have, the one-stop shop solution that I'm going to talk about today, gives an opportunity for the client to receive the one-stop shop solution. For example, if you don't know what business to do in the UK, the Kingdom Plan offers this solution. It's been developed by Seed Mentors and Canfield's Law. Seed Mentors is actually a leading venture seed enterprise investment funding company in the UK, and where the fund manager is regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority. And the companies that we receive from Seed Mentors, they are all suitable for clients under Tier 1 immigration category, with focus on private equity solutions for both the entrepreneur visa and investor visa categories. Seed Mentors has a good track record on so far. Is raised over 20 million funds, 20 million pounds funds. and invested a number of startup companies since established in 2012. And I have, like, the Kingdom Plan has a 100% track record in securing Tier 1 entrepreneur visas, more than anything, more than 500 qualifying investment opportunities available. So it has a large database of companies where, whichever the background you're coming from, whichever company you're looking for, whichever sector you're coming from, because business matching is very important under the Kingdom Plan, which I will mention in much more detail during today's presentation. But it has a large database of companies in its portfolio. Seed Mentors does a lot of pitching clinics. It's like a Dragon's Den style events where the companies come to pitch for, where the company is given 50 minutes presentation, 10 minutes to present their business, and 40 minutes there is a panel consisting of lawyers, accountants, entrepreneurs and investors sitting on one side of the table and asking and firing a lot of questions. And one of the key elements that they choose the company is the management. It has to have the directors have to demonstrate that they have at least 5-year track record of success in the same sector, and also the viability of the business. There are many other aspects like track record, what is the viability of the business, and so on. Seed Mentors also provide mentoring support for 5 years to support this business, whether it's accounting, legal, finance, IT, whichever the areas that the startup company lacking for, the Seed Mentors provide that support, because it has a wide range of a team of the advisors and mentors. These are the examples of investee companies that Seed Mentors invested. You can see on the screen. Intune's investor, for example, is a finance-related company, is hedge fund startup that becomes a hedge fund. Cycast is a scientific platform. SVG Promotions in marketing, music gateways in musician connects and technology platform. Simul Connect is medical, and Ape Bunny House, a small medium enterprise with different applications and digital marketing. So I've like to, today we're gonna cover mainly these visas called Tier 1 Investor Visa, which requires Tier 1 Investor Visa, Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa, and Tier 1 Entrepreneur through the Venture Fund. So the Tier 1 Investor Visa is a top highly ranked visa in the UK. It requires 2 million investment in stocks, bonds, and shares. You can have the diversified portfolio, and we work with FCA regulated firm that can manage all that for you and create a diversified portfolio. And another type of visa where we will be talking more today is the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa, which requires not 2 million, but it's only 200,000 comparing to 2 million entry. £200,000 requires. And if you meet the requirements, you will be eligible. If you do have also English language test, which I will brief you today during today's presentation. And Tier 1 Entrepreneur for the Venture, which has a £50,000 entry, but the funds needs to come from the venture firm, and which I will brief you during today's presentation. So at the end of the presentation, I will stop on the quick question and answer sections, and we will cover the points on the we'll be more than happy to answer to your questions. So please raise the questions if you have, and I will be more than happy to answer them at the end of the presentation. So let's explain you about the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Investor Visa before moving to further type of visas which we mentioned. Requires the Tier 1 investor, as I said, is top ranked visa. It requires 2 million investment fund. As mentioned, you can invest in stocks, bonds, and shares in diversified portfolio. You're going to create a diversified portfolio in the financial markets, and money available for investments must be in regulated financial institutions, and funds must be disposable in the UK. English test, by the way, there's no requirements of English language. You must have at least £3,310 of personal saving. We call it maintenance funds, which you held for 90 days before the date of your application, and you need to prove that the 2 million liquid funds are liquid and disposable in the UK business. So Tier 1 entrepreneur visa requires £200,000, and the difference between the investor visa that you need to invest in a business, or you need to start a business, or you invest or buy the shares of new existing, or like the existing business. Again, the same regulations you need to have, must be in regulated financial institution, money available for investment must be disposable in the UK, and English test shall be minimum grade B1, IELTS general training UK VI, where you need to score minimum 4 on all subjects, and you must have at least 3,310 in personal savings, we call it maintenance funds, for 90 days. So 200,000 plus the maintenance funds needs to be kept in your account for 90 days before you apply, and the 200,000 has to be liquid funds available in your bank account. So the visa is given for 3 years and 4 months, and after 3 years and 4 months we can extend for another 2 years, and after 5 years you can apply for permanent residence in the UK. That's a great advantage. So you can become a permanent resident in the UK after 5 years if you meet the minimum stay requirements. For example, for the obtaining the permanent residency, you need to meet the 185 days rule, we call it, in each year for the during the 5 years before you apply. For the permanent residency, or we call it ILR, which in other words, in indefinite leave to remain. ILR stands for indefinite leave to remain. So dependents also needs to meet the minimum stay requirements in order to become to get an ILR or permanent residency after 5 years. You also need to have health surcharge. Like during the application, you need to provide the health surcharge, which is £200 per person per year, but you need to pay towards that medical health surcharge on the day of your application. And also you need to submit no criminal records, that you didn't have any criminal records for the last 10 years for you and your spouse. So I would like to actually start from the Kingdom Economy Plan, which is our plan that suitable for people who want to set up their own businesses. They know what business to do. They have clear idea what business they want to do in the UK, where we can assist. They provide us with kind of idea of the business they want to do, then kind of research they've done. And then we've helped with immigration. We've prepared a business plan for that business, and we make the case strong enough. And when we feel the case is quite strong, we can then submit for the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa. And if the client has as I said, that this is suitable for the clients who wants to set up their own business. The advantages of this is that the advantage is if you want to have 100% control of the business, then it's suitable for you if you know what business to do. The advantages is that's advantages, but the disadvantages, maybe that's also positive side, that you need to run the business. You need to make sure that you do the accounts. You need to make sure that you employ meet the requirements of Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, because one of the requirements of this visa, apart from investing, apart from doing business, you need to also be a director in the business. You need to become a director in the business, and also the business or investment has to create minimum two jobs, minimum 2 jobs for minimum 12 months. So it could be advantage, could be a disadvantage for some people. So you need to make sure that those our requirements are met. As long as you meet that requirements, then you're okay. Then we can also help you with your visa extension after 3 years. Because after 3 years, when it comes to the visa extension, Home Office will request 4 main things. Like you need to provide the main evidence. Have you invested that £200,000? That's number 1. Have you been a director in the business? That's number 2. Have your business or has your investment generated 2 or created 2 full-time jobs? and have you been actively engaged. If you meet all the requirements, then you will be good to smoothly extend for your visa. And again, that was for the people who wants to set up their own business and have a clear idea what to do in the UK. Our fee for the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa is 9,950, which includes the immigration and the business planning and also preparation for the interview. And you place the 50% deposit, so we can start and help to submit your visa, and then after getting the visa you place the remaining balance of that fee. I'm going to move to the Kingdom plan. The UK Citizenship via Investment Program. Mainly is we're going to talk, this is suitable for clients who want to don't have an idea what business to do, but they need assistance because they never done in the business in the UK. They don't know the UK regulations, they don't know the competition, and they need assistance. So they're happy to invest in existing company, so we can find you an existing company where you can invest, become a director, become a shareholder. We do all that negotiation, introduction to the companies, and you become a director, you become shareholder, and we can agree the salary. So you can be paid the salary for up to £20,000 per year for 5 years. And in some cases also we agree a buyback option, which is an exit, your exit strategy. Let's say you want to sell your shares back to after 5 years and exit the business, then you can sell your shares back to the founder, if that's agreed, so you can sell back to the founder for that agreed price. So that's what it offers, the Kingdom plan. We find you the companies, introduced to the company founders, and the business matching. As I said, that it's very important to look onto your CV to match the business to your profile, to your experience and skills and qualifications. So if you're coming from the finance background, we offer you a finance company. If you come from medical background, we offer you medical companies, IT, you name it. So we do have a quite large database of companies that we can match, and then we introduce to the founders. We can arrange Skype calls so you can meet the founders, ask the questions, find out more about the business, their track record and so on. And then we negotiate the deal. Once the deal has been agreed in principle, then we can move on. We do not only, here is very important to mention that the corporate work is involved, because the Kingdom Economy Plan, there is no corporate work. It's based, we help you with the setting up your own business. But here, because you invest in existing business, we offer also prepare the shareholder agreements. We call it corporate agreements, like shareholder agreement, subscription agreement, buyback agreement, exclusivity agreement. So this is actually offers you a one-stop shop solution. It solves many issues, but you don't need to worry about how to run the business. You don't need to worry about the market competition. You don't need to worry about employing people or meeting the home office requirements, because the Kingdom plan offers this solution and helps you with your visa extension after 3 years as well. So as I said, that I already brief, but let me just run through that again. Why Kingdom plan has a unique service for ambitious entrepreneurs who want to make the UK their home, and it's developed by Canfield's Law. It has a specialist department in immigration and startup companies for clients wishing to use the Tier 1 visa program, and a program to invest as an entrepreneur in the UK and become a director and actively participate in the trading business in the UK. And the UK welcomes foreign investment, offers citizenship and directorships. The Kingdom plan provides not only legal and immigration advisory services, but also offers introduction to a broad range of investment opportunities, from exciting startups to growing and more mature businesses. Eligibility requirements, as I said, unlike the Tier 1 investor visa, where you need a minimum of 2 million to invest, in the UK with the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa you can invest with just £200,000. The applicant is required to provide evidence of 200,000 available to invest in the UK So this I already mentioned. And what are the benefits for the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa applicant? As I mentioned about the benefits, one of the benefits is that for this unique service, you will receive the full Tier 1 entrepreneur visa service and follow-up support until you and your family receive the permanent residency and citizenship in the UK. So it's a 5-year program. It's the 5-year program that will give you this support. Whereas Kingdom Accounting Plan, you need to run the business and you need to make sure you do your all accounts. But here, because you invest in existing companies, the company will take care of the main requirements of the visa requirements. However, you need to be actively engaged, but the rest is taken care of. You will have an access to a wide range of investee companies. At least 3 companies will give you that matches your skills and experience. You become a director and a shareholder in your chosen UK company. We can negotiate up to 20,000 directorship fees for over a 5-year period, and as I said, we can agree the buyback options, so you can sell after 5 years if you want to exit the business while selling your shares back to the company. Okay, so other benefits, of course there are other benefits. You can enjoy all the benefits living in the UK, one of the most developed country in the world that is open for entrepreneurs. Your family dependents have full rights to work in any organization in the UK full-time. You and your family have full access to free medical services. That's another great benefit. The medical is free. Your children have free access to public state schools. We provide the professional and individual approach for you and assist you to adopt the UK life and settle in the UK until you get your ILR passport and many more. So unless, like for example, comparing to Middle Eastern countries, for example, we have many clients from Middle East as well, and they say, well, okay, the medical is very costly here and the education for my kids becoming too much costs, and you have more family, more kids, it becomes more expenses. However, you save that in the UK because the state schools are free here, medical services are free, so that will be major benefit for we know from our experience that's also one of the major benefits for our clients. As I said, you need to become a director. You must be registered for national insurance by the end of 3 year. You need to create 2 jobs for minimum 12 months, and after 5 years, if you meet the minimum stay, you can apply for permanent residency. Business matching, as I said, is very important. By the way, I just wanted to mention here that there is a fast track for the permanent residency in the UK. So instead of obtaining a permanent residency or indefinite leave to remain after 5 years, you can also do that after 3 years if your company creates 10 full-time jobs or a minimum of 5 million turnover within that 3 years time. So we call it fast track. And I also would like to mention here that the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, when we submit, the Home Office also invites for the interview. The entrepreneurs may be required to attend the genuineness test interview. So the genuineness test interview is done by the Home Office to assess whether you are genuinely would like to invest in a business, where you would like, we will be participating in being active in the business. And so some of the questions might be tough when you're setting up a new business, because if you start setting up a business from scratch, there's a lot of questions and many people fail. So statistically, there's more than 77% rejection rates for the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, and then most of them comes to the rejections comes to the people who are setting up a new business, because the questions are quite a lot and they struggle to answer those questions. But however, we've been successful with our Kingdom plan. The reason is because you invest in existing business. Your case is much more credible. You have existing directors in the business, at least 2 British directors who know the regulations, who know how to run the business. They have a track record, they have a strong CVs. That was, I think, one of the key to success. And plus, they also provide the supporting letters, and we tailor the business plan. I think also the key is tailoring the business plan, and the way we do is we make sure that your experience and profile is linked to the business, and then how you can contribute, and that all aspects have been explained on the business plan. So investment criteria from the UK, visas, immigration, government criteria. It has to be UK registered company. Any sectors excluding property development. Minimum investment size £200,000. Investment in equity or an unsecured debt is possible. Investor becomes director of the company. That's the requirements from the government. And examples, we have many sector examples, like whether technology, solar energy, financial, restaurant, bars, coffee shops, fashion, retail, healthcare, engineering, and automotive industries. You name it. We have a large database of companies. What to look for in UK businesses, and look for high growth potential business, strong management team, ability to create 2 or more jobs. Company can benefit from having an overseas director, strong corporate governance. That's the key for the tier 1 entrepreneur to look for. This is an example of case study that we successfully Generic Robotics. We successfully obtained the visa to our Iraqi client and Chinese client, and they become directors, shareholders. We agreed the direct issue fees and the buyback options, and they successfully obtained the tier 1 entrepreneur visa, moved to the UK, and happily live in the UK with their families. It's a company that produces a training device for clinical skills built around haptic movement. It's quite exciting business, and we matched and we successfully got the visa to our clients. And this is another company called Cyprus, for example, is a data technology media company, and we have successfully obtained the visa to our Chinese and Azerbaijani clients, and we done all the corporate agreements and immigration work, tailored the business plan. Clients didn't have any interview, so the case was quite strong. So the Home Office didn't invite for the interview as well. This slide shows about we do have clients from many countries all over the world, and China is the largest market. Then it's Middle East, Russians, Commonwealth, Independent States, and African region. We do talk and organize seminars, webinars. For example, this is a web seminar in Dubai where we've pitched about the Kingdom Plan, and we've traveled we've also done seminars in India, Moscow, and Russia, and also we've traveled almost every month. We travel to countries and have set up a face-to-face meetings with our clients, where we can explain about the opportunities and tell more about what options how can we help them to obtain and assist with tier 1 entrepreneur visas. We also attend citizenship conferences, like you can see here in this. And Abu Dhabi, there was one of the largest international residence citizenship by investment conference, where we've been quite. Our stand was one of the most busy stand. Kingdom Elite Plan. So I'm now going to move about and tell more about the Kingdom Elite Plan. Elite Plan is offers slightly different proposition. We have a few companies that can offer slightly better offer comparing to the Kingdom Plan. And the reason is that what is the offer is that it's actually offers high salary, which is not 20,000 but 30,000 pounds per year for 6 years. And the another benefits is that it offers a guaranteed salary for 6 years, and the guarantee comes from the law firm, from our law firm Canfield's Law. And the reason is that we have a few companies, because Canfield's Law is a shareholder in I would say we have 5 companies now where Canfield's Law is shareholder, and the Canfield's Law offers that guaranteed salary of 30,000 pounds per year for 6 years, where you can recover your investment back, and plus you become shareholder. You get 10% shares in the business, and you get guaranteed 2 jobs employment. So the elite program offers also guaranteed 2 jobs for minimum 12 months. So you don't need to worry about these requirements that will be taken care of. And the another unique benefit is that it helps your visa extension. So the visa extension fees, legal fees for the visa extension will be covered by the company where the applicant invests. So it offers this five years one-stop shop solution from start to finish, and offers the guaranteed salary. So I just wanted to mention the salary. When it comes to the salary, you cannot be paid the salary from the investment. You can only pay from the profit revenues of the business. However, Elite Plan offers, because it comes with a guarantee by the council's law, so the law firm will pay the salary every month, regardless the company making profit or not. So you get that support, and I think that makes a lead plan is more attractive. As I would like to mention, it offers several very attractive features. Guaranteed 30,000 director fee per year for 6 years, totaling 180,000 back. Guaranteed no legal fees on your extension application after 3 years. Guaranteed 2 jobs requirements, which is a fundamental, which is very important on successful extension of your application. Equity in your chosen investee company. You become shareholder, and you can have access for over 40 hours of webinars on various business topics relevant to doing business in the UK, prepared by seed managers, and have access to future webinars without charge. And key conditions, of course, for the salary: you would need to be able to work, be active in the business. So requirements are 20 hours per week or 10 days in a month. And the hours can be flexible. So, but yeah, that you need to be a bit of, you need to be active in the business, and being active is another requirement by the visa. So the more you're active, the more it helps for your visa extension. We have presently have 10 opportunities. We have estate agency, by the way, just to give you a brief what companies we have under this Kingdom Elite Plan. We have estate agency. If you are coming from that background, we have vending, coffee vending machines business. We have digital marketing company. We have a law firm, and we have a startup funding company that can accept tier 1 entrepreneur applicants under the Elite program, offering these the guaranteed salary, guaranteed no legal fees, and guaranteed 2 jobs requirements. So if you are interested, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to share the information about these companies. And also now I'd like to move to our Kingdom Venture Plan. By the way, fees for the Kingdom Elite Plan is 25,000. And you place 25% deposit in the beginning to start with, so we can start preparing your case and apply for a visa. And after getting the visa, you place the remaining balance, 75%, and then you need to invest that £200,000 into the company. So £6,000 deposit in the beginning, and the rest is after successfully getting the visa. So we charge £25,000 fixed fee, which, as I mentioned, includes all the corporate work, including shareholder agreement, succession agreement, and further tailoring the business plan, making sure you have a strong case to successfully obtain the visa. So I would like to move to the Kingdom Venture Plan now. Kingdom Venture Plan also offers a one-stop shop solution for people who cannot invest £200,000, but they have access for funding on £50,000. So, for example, if they can raise £50,000 funds, so they can benefit with Kingdom Venture Plan. Eligibility by the requirements: you need to have access to at least 50,000 from a venture capital firm regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, and English language test. You need to have the same IELTS General Training UKVI minimum 4. and you need to have the maintenance funds of 3,310 for each applicant sitting in your account for 90 days. Comparing to £200,000 option, the funds and the venture plan, you don't need to show the funds in your account, you only need to show the maintenance funds multiplied by number of people of your family. So 3,310 multiplied by number of people in your family, so that's you need to keep for 90 days before you apply for a visa. Then also we work with a fully regulated, registered, government approved venture capital firm that can assist with this venture firm, and it's suitable for single or entrepreneurial team. Who would find the plan attractive? Of course, first of all, it's well qualified applicants who want to set up their own business. So they have two choices under the venture plan. £50,000 can go for setting up your own business, or £50,000 can go for, if you ask, for example, find existing business, we can assist you find existing business, and there have some benefits on your visa extension. Also, under the requirement, it's also suitable for well qualified applicants who want to invest in a UK company, will become a director with equity, but they do not want to the responsibility and difficulties of running their own business. So if you don't want to have that responsibility of running your own business and difficulties and challenges, then you can invest in an existing company, and the company will create two jobs for you. You become a director, you get minor shares, but the main advantages will be that the company will guarantee two jobs that helps you with your visa extension. And it's also suitable for applicants in both above categories. So you do not have available to them £200,000 to meet the requirements. So for example, if you don't have £200,000, then I think a venture plan is suitable for you. We can find you the existing companies. We have the connections and expertise. Also, the fees are competitive, but the fees, for example, in comparing to the elite plan, is we charge £35,000 on the venture plan. The reason is that our venture capital firm, they charge us £10,000. So basically our fees are the same, but we include our venture capital firm's fees into it, and you need to place £10,000 deposit to start with the venture, so the venture firm can also start supporting and helping with the supporting documents and assess, and they need to approve your business plan, and if you get that approval from them, then you're good to go, and we can apply for a visa, and then they can fund your business. But again, you need to identify or secure investors. So you need to arrange the funds into place so they can support and invest into the company. So they will do a convertible loan option. So they will provide these convertible. They buy the shares. As soon as you repay, the shares transfers back to you. So that's how it works. And if you have any further questions, feel free to contact us. We'll be more than happy to assist. To wrap it up, I'd like to mention to repeat about the benefits of the Kingdom plan. So we will provide you with the full business plans of 3 companies who we know are seeking investors. When necessary, we will arrange Skype calls, telephone attendances, conference calls and meetings with the applicant and the proposed investee company. We will draw up the legal documentation with the company chosen by the applicant, and we negotiate the terms on your behalf. And we will consider, amend and finalize the business plan put in place to meet current Home Office requirements, which is very, very important. We will draft the shareholder agreements and subscription agreements, put option, buyback options, and negotiate all that options on your behalf to act on your best interest, and to make sure that it's all finalized by the corporate lawyers. Kingdom Economy Plan, as I said, we charge £9,950, which will be including the it's suitable for the people who want to set up their own business. Kingdom, if you want us to find existing business, if you don't know what business to do, if you don't know how, if you've never done the business in the UK, perhaps Kingdom Elite Plan is suitable for you, or Kingdom Plan, where you buy the shares of existing company. In this plan, we charge £25,000, including dependents, and there are many other benefits which I mentioned during today's presentation. And Kingdom Venture Plan, it's we charge £35,000, where you place 10,000 deposit, and the benefits of that the £50,000 can go for your own business, or you can ask us to, we can bring and find existing business and make a credible, strong case, so you can successfully obtain, and then you need to invest. The venture firm will be investing in that in the business. So with the option, with the convertible loan option, so you can repay back. On the Kingdom Elite Plan, as I said, you have the guaranteed salary of £30,000 for 6 years, where you can, and guaranteed provided by the law firm, which gives you further credibility and strengths to the case. And for in the preliminary, we at the step 1 we require payment in respect of our fees of £300. This is we call it business matching and consultancy fees, which include researching our database for a suitable company. We'll check with them whether they are available for the investment, and we'll send you a pre-selected business plan, and it will introduce you to the company founders, arrange face-to-face meetings, Skype calls, and so you can make a decision. Stage 2, when you made the decision, then you sign the agreement with us, the client care letter, then you place 25% deposit, so we can start progress. That's under the Kingdom Elite Plan. Under the Venture Plan, as I said, it's 30%, like 40% deposit, but we can actually take a 10,000 fixed deposit to start with. So, and then our lawyers will start drafting the corporate agreements, reviewing the documents, tailoring the business plan, preparing the immigration application, and after successfully getting the visa, then you place the remaining balance. Again, I'd like to mention about the key unique advantages of the Kingdom Plan. You can enjoy all the benefits living in the UK, one of the most developed countries in the world that is open for entrepreneurs. Your family dependents have full rights to work in any organization in the UK full time. You and your family have full access to free medical services, and your children have free access to state schools. And we provide a professional and individual approach for you and assist you to adapt to the UK life and settle in the UK until you get your UK ILR, permanent residency, and passport. And we offer this 5-year program. Why it is now a good time to, first of all, is Brexit. I mean, the rules may change. The sooner you apply, the better, because the rules change, then you don't need to worry about the changes because you applied before that changes. And the GBPs are still low. It's a good opportunity for you to do it now, and our consultation fees is £300 for the Tier 1 entrepreneur visas, and what you receive is the guidance on Tier 1, you receive the personal consultation, and we'll provide you with the list of documents required, and we'll provide you specific drafted templates of documents, including bank letter. I think it's one of the important aspects, so you can check with your bank whether they can provide you that same letter. And business matching, we'll research our database for a suitable company. We will confirm with individual companies that they are available for investment, and we'll send you pre-selected business plan that matches your CV. And even after that, if you UK Tier 1 visa still doesn't suit you, we'll give you an advice on other citizenship programs that meets your needs, because we assist with other programs as well. Apart from UK, we assist in USA, Dominica, Antigua, Barbuda, then like Cyprus, Greece, any other country, European countries as well. Special, as a thank you, there is a special offer for attendees today. Our consultation fees are 150 if you take actions. We like action takers. We like people who are showing their commitment towards the kingdom plan, and there will be as a bonus. First of all, our consultation fees is 50% less, and plus you with all the benefits as I mentioned. You will receive a call from our expert advisors who will provide you full information about the kingdom plan availability, will work with you finding the right business, and when you decide and when choosing the company, then we will start moving to the next step. But before we introduce you to the founders, we'll share the specifically drafted documents and the template of bank letters as well, so you can check with your bank, and we do the business matching. We'll arrange Skype calls, conference calls. If you are in London, we arrange the meetings and send you the business plan. So we will be working until you actually make your decision. And also as a bonus, I think a special bonus, we have a 10% discount on legal fees if you actually make actions within next after the webinar and choose the option to proceed. So all you need to do is on your messenger you'll have a pay button. You need to click on the pay button and proceed, and then one of our advisors will give you a call and set up a convenient date and time for the consultation. I'd like to now move to the case studies as well. I mean, we have many successful case studies, and whichever background you're coming from, we will find you the company that meets your needs. And one of the case studies here, I mean, I have 3 case studies to tell you, but I'm just going to cover, because we have time limit today. I can see that we just need to wrap up our webinar today, and I would like to mention about the case study for a Chinese client who we successfully obtained the visa. He was actually completing his master's in the UK, and we found 6 companies for his skills and experience for CV, and he chosen a company, and he became a director, he became a shareholder, he bought the shares in the company, and then we agreed the salary, and we agreed the 100,000 buyback option, so the option that allows him to sell his shares back to the founder for £100,000, which is actually quite strong document. It's a personal guarantee, and he got the visa within 5 days and no interview, without any interview. So we also like the testimonials. We receive many good testimonials, like for example like this: great depth of understanding the needs, requirements and problems of international clients. This is a testimonials from Iraqi clients: dream come true, great help for an outstanding service of Canfield's law, quality of services, sure recommend your company to others because of my satisfaction with your service, and many more. So I'd like to actually move to the questions and section. If you have any questions, please feel free to. I think I can cover 2, maybe 3 questions at this stage, and then before we actually wrap up our webinar. So please feel free to ask questions. So let me check. Let me actually see what questions we have today. Okay, great. Thanks for these questions. So like I said, we will be more than happy to answer them. There is a question from Mr. Muhammad. Can 2 people apply? Can I invest under the kingdom plan? Can I invest with my partner who can also invest £100,000? Yes, definitely yes. You can do that. You can actually another advantage of 200,000 option, whether it's an elite plan or kingdom plan, you can do that together with your partner. In that case, everything because it's 200,000 is divided between the applicants, so mainly the deal in principle, also the benefits will be divided by the applicants as well. So if you invest 100,000, you The salaries, you receive 100, under the elite plan you receive £15,000 pay salary guaranteed for 6 years, and also you become director and you get guaranteed 2 jobs as well. The company will meet the home office requirements, but for your question, yes, you can invest together with your partner. So, and Mr. Samiullah Momand asking question, I'm from Afghanistan, I'm business, mainly business in Afghanistan. I have all the documents. Yes, if you have all the documents with Mr. Samiullah, we will be happy to assist you. Basically, the only, you need to provide the certain documents which I've told during the webinar. As long as you are eligible, we need to have these initial consultations to assess your eligibility, and then we'll send you the required documents for you, and then choose your business depending on your choice, whether you want to set up your own business or invest and buy the shares of existing business. We can assist you. What about I think there's the question from other clients saying that, like again, I think there's Mr. Faisal is asking the question. So what is the on the venture plan, can 2 people invest? Yes, under the venture plan is also, obviously, if you have been approved by our venture capital firm, first we need to assess your business. If you don't have a clear idea what business to do, then if you want to buy a new business, or sorry, invest in, buy the shares of new business, we can help you with finding the companies that can accept £50,000 and accept you as a director. And this £50,000, the benefits of investing in existing companies under £50,000 is the company will employ and create 2 jobs for you. So and you become a director, and then it will help you with your visa extension. So these are main benefits for your under the venture plan. And for your questions, yes, 2 people can invest. So great, thank you very much for joining our webinar. As I said, unfortunately we have a limited time for our webinar, and thanks again for joining our webinar. I hope you found it informative. I hope you received valuable information, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. By the way, I'm gonna put here our address, and if you have any questions, please send an email to info@VisaTier.com. Please visit our website VisaTier.com and register your interest, and our colleagues will give you a call to qualify, to assess whether you're suitable and whether we can find the right solution depending on your needs. So thanks again for joining our webinar. It was lovely having and was pleasure having this webinar today and speaking during today's webinar. Again, I look forward to working with you, and if you have any questions, please keep in touch, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to assist. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.